Hey guys, so today we are checking out a gimbal that was graciously sent to me by Fosicam. This is the Fosicam FM series micro DSLR stabilizer. So let's check out what comes in the box. So it comes in a plain white box with a nice picture of an A6000 and the 18-105G lens on the front. Inside you get a very nice large plastic carrying case with the Fosicam logo on the front. You get two latch locks that once you open, you'll see padding on the inside. Some very nice foam padding actually. User manual. You also get a nice little tripod. An assortment of micro USB cables, a charging brick and cable, along with numerous adapters for whatever country that you live in. So technical details, this is what's important. So the weight of this gimbal is 830 grams. The payload is anywhere from 400 to 1200 grams. Operation time is 12 hours. There is an app for this gimbal. I have tried several times to connect to it, and this is usually what I get. At the very bottom, failed to connect. So hopefully in a future update, this works a little bit better than it does right now. So here is the gimbal. Now balancing this gimbal is so much easier than balancing any other gimbal that I've used before. You have thumb screws for all of the adjustments. So you can simply unscrew this, slide it over, slide it where the camera is balanced. The gimbal does have a nice finish. It is some glossy black. Seems like it's all metal construction. You have red accents where the thumb screws are and around each of the brushless motors. Fosicam logo here. The bottom, you can see the handle. You have a button for your thumb. You can move the gimbal up, down, left, and right. A home button, menu button, a little LED light, on-off switch, a power charge connection port, a micro USB port, and then a shutter button with a camera on the top. This, if you unscrew it, looks like another tripod port, but I don't know why you would mount this gimbal on a tripod sideways, but that's available there. And then at the very bottom, you have two types of tripod connections. So that is it for the gimbal. Very compact. Let's turn it on. Okay, and then if I press home, it'll return to where it should be. So this is it. As you can see, it does a really good job of stabilizing everything. The motors are silent. They are very smooth. This is the standard mode that you start up the gimbal with. So it does follow you when you turn. So if you twist your wrist left and right, it will smoothly follow. It will keep it level. So if you go up or down, it will not follow you up or down. The second mode, by hitting the menu button twice, will have follow up and down, follow left and right. Third mode will just lock onto whatever subject. So no matter what direction you use this, it will, unless you go past the range, it will not move. So that's pretty cool. Fourth mode. So this one includes following the roll. So I don't know if this is called yaw. So it will lean the gimbal side to side, and then it will follow up and down. So pretty cool because you can get some sideways shots if you wanted to that were really stable, which you can't really get with most other gimbals. I have my A6000 mounted with the lens that I just reviewed, which was the Camlan 50mm f1.1, which is a heavy metal lens, and you can see that I have it mounted a little bit towards the front of that plate. So this gimbal will support even a heavier and longer lens than this one, which is pretty impressive because it's so small. Battery life has been excellent. I've been using it for about 3 to 4 hours and I haven't recharged it yet. I have used this micro USB cable and plugged it into the A6000 and into this port back here to try to see if I can get at least the camera button working. Unfortunately, it just goes into mass storage mode with USB on the a6000. Even if you switch over to the different modes, it doesn't seem to want to communicate, at least with the a6000. This might work with other cameras, but at least with the Sony one, I wasn't able to get it to work after trying for about 20 minutes. So now let's go ahead and take a look at some sample videos using this gimbal. Overall, this gimbal does a really good job. I cannot say whether it is smoother than the Zhiyun Crane, which is a popular gimbal out there, because I've never tried that one. But I will tell you that this is definitely smoother than the cheap gimbal that I have been using over the last couple of years, the one with two handles. It is definitely a lot more compact, a lot easier to carry around, and because of that, I've been using it more frequently than my older gimbal, which is just bigger, a little bit more difficult, doesn't even have an on-off switch. This gimbal is very easy to use and very easy to adjust, which is one of the things that I like most about it, just how quickly you can mount a camera on it and adjust everything so that it's balanced and you can use it right away. With most gimbals, that is a long and difficult process, and this one makes it very easy. I like all of the modes on this gimbal, the fact that you can access them very quickly using the buttons on the back. You have a home button that returns everything, which is awesome. So when things get out of alignment, you just press one button and you're back where you need to be. I like the built-in battery. I like that there are no cables hanging out anywhere. My old gimbal, if you've seen that video, it just has cables all over the place. It doesn't look very professional, but this is sleek. It is very quiet, very smooth, small. I mean, it's well thought out. Really, what it comes down to is very well thought out gimbal. If I had to nitpick, I wish that the grip was a little bigger and a little bit more rubberized, just because after a while, holding this, your hand might start to slip a little bit. Also, I wish there was an option to get this with two handles, like my old gimbal, because I think that that is a little bit more stable with some shots depending on what you're doing. The counterpoint of that is this is a lot more portable because it only has one handle. The last gripe I have about this gimbal is I wish that the app worked. I wish that you could use the app to make some fine-tuning adjustments here and there, which hopefully in the future Fosicam does update the app or maybe update the firmware for this gimbal. I forgot to mention there is a time-lapse mode as well built in, so you can use this little tripod that comes with the gimbal. You can mount it on a table or a desk or the ground and then set up the time-lapse to take a slow sweeping time-lapse, which is also pretty cool. So that is it for this review. Those are my thoughts on this gimbal. Overall, I like it a lot. Is it worth the price tag? It really depends on whether you are going to be using it. If you are looking to spruce up your video and you are trying to get super steady shots, definitely check this out. I will post a link down below to Amazon so that you guys can read all about specs and all of that fun stuff, including pricing. So if you do have any questions, let me know down in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for all the likes and all the support, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.